Welcome to West Coast Wednesday here on Prospectors Radio with Kathleen Biffle, Ron Harrison, Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater Toney, Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoy the show, and thanks again for listening.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another West Coast Wednesday here on Prospector Radio. Joining me tonight, I got the whole darn crew here. First off, we're going to start it a little different tonight. Scott Swiftwater Toney. How you doing tonight, Scott?
Man, I'm doing really good. I've been doing really good, but unfortunately, you know, when you're on the gold, the machinery breaks up. Uh-oh. So the old puffer had to go.
No puffer?
I'm just saying. Yeah, I was losing too much gold. I actually made a video. I don't have it edited and put it up yet.
Oh, yeah.
But I will have it within the week.
Right, because didn't we talk about that Wednesday? You were saying how much you lost, and we talked about losses last Wednesday. That's right.
Yeah.
So you
retired.
It
was not good.
It's done.
Yeah, it was not good.
Okay. Well, darn. Well, hopefully whatever you're doing now is working better then.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? If I was in coarse gold, it would work great.
Mm-hmm.
But where I'm at right now, it's, you know, you got to go through the top stuff, and it's about, 4 feet, and you're losing a lot of fine gold out of that top stuff.
Right. So have you did a loss check? I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
And everything's looking good.
Actually, after the motorized stuff, I'm still. You can go in there and find 5 or 6 little micro specs, but not 30%.
Good. So you're back on the course, right?
Well, when you find coarse gold in your tailings, that's kind of an alarm.
Yeah, well, right. Well, we don't want that. But I mean, you're back on track.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Kathleen, Rich, they've worked at Dennis. They've worked the same kind of stuff. That I'm working right now, and they know if you're losing the coarse gold, something's wrong.
Right.
So yeah, I went back to the motorized, and which I don't like it. I mean, you got to buy gas, take it down, do all your stuff, and mix the oil, and man, it's kind of a headache.
Right.
But I guess if you're going to do gold mining, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, I guess you got to take the bad with the good, right?
Exactly.
So,
but like I said, I did another. Oh, not to cut you off. What?
No, go ahead.
Well, everybody that's out here tonight, remember I'm on a phone, so I'm kind of hearing these guys secondhand, and rather than what I usually do. So we're gonna get that straight. But anyway, I've been finding pretty good gold, not bad. Got into stuff that I like. But man, I wish I had help. I mean, I'm not offering that. I'm just saying I wish I had somebody to roll the boulders out of the way.
Right.
Because I'm actually down in some big rocks. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, you gotta dig out what you can behind them and let them roll, and then do it again. But they keep sinking.
Okay.
And what I don't like is, you know, at the end, they're going to be on the bedrock, and are they going to be covering what you want, and can you roll it?
All right.
I mean, these are really big rocks. I'm like desks. They look like desks. They're that big.
Wow. Wow.
So I'm trying to keep off the what do they call that, the prevalent pay layer, and trying to go left, right, and trying to roll everything out of my way, but. Hey, it's getting hard. It's getting hard.
You're getting some gold.
I can't.
That's what counts.
What's that?
You're getting some gold.
I can't wait till water gets here.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. That's going to make your life a little easier. Right?
Any prospects for rain at all in the forecast?
No, there's not. And that's, you know what's funny? It's because the newscasters are actually making fun of it. Like, oh, clouds in the area, but if you're thinking about rain, it's not going to happen. I'm like, really, guys?
No rain for
I mean,
Scott.
we've had overcast skies for about 4 days right now, which is really good working for us.
Sure.
but you got to remember you're working dry, and when you get so deep, rocks, they have condensation, so it's going to be like damp, and then you got to wait a little bit after you dig all that out,
Right.
and then you got to run it twice. Period. You got to run it twice. If you don't run it twice, you're just killing yourself.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
crazy.
I'm going to be out there in a couple weeks. Maybe I'll bring some rain with me.
That's right. You never know.
I'll tell you what. Bring some rain and some snow.
No.
I want snow up north for the melt. That's what gives us our water. I want those guys in Prescott, Crown King, all that. I want snow. I want it to come down and just give me some water.
Hopefully soon, Scott. And like I said, looking forward to your segment tonight. What you talking about tonight on In the Goldfields?
Actually, I'm going to wing it, talk about some newbies right now that I've been working with.
All right.
Pretty exciting, really good, and surprised,
All right.
to put it that. And pretty much, you know what, guys, I'm doing dry washing right now, so I'm going to stick with, what I'm doing.
All right.
When it turns wet, you're going to know it.
Very cool. All right. Well, let me introduce the other ones, and I'm glad you're here, Scott, and looking forward to your segment tonight, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you, Fred.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Also joining us tonight, we got Mr. Ron Harrison. How are you, Ron?
Hey, I'm doing great tonight.
Doing great tonight.
Great. We finished painting the house.
Oh, that's a good reason to be doing great then.
Finished painting all the rooms.
That's your gold. You got your painting done.
That's right. Gonna be starting on the floor here in a couple of days. I gotta let the laminate sit out for 48 hours before we start putting it down, or start laying it around so it can climatize.
Yep, he should be, posting some pictures for us so we could be seeing this progress, man.
I'm not going to post
Oh,
it.
come
Until I
on.
get done. But
At least-
I wish someone had turned the heat on, though. It's been getting cold.
Oh, it's warm in here. I've had my heater on all day, so I'm toasty tonight. So I'll take the heat for you. It's warm, and
Yeah,
Scott's in
it's
Arizona.
cool
He's warm. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he's got the heat.
Yeah. Oh, it's cold here too. Don't feel bad. But I'm sure it's a little warmer where you are. Everything else okay though, Ron?
Oh, yeah, everything's going good.
Good. That's
Everything's
always
great.
good to know. I'm glad you made it tonight. And I see you can't see
Glad I'm here.
you can't see the gold prices. You said, right?
No, they're not coming up.
Because I could see them
Right.
on mine. So if you want me to read
Yeah,
them later,
for some
I
reason they're
can.
not low.
Yeah, I got them on mine. So
And I didn't want to open. I didn't want to open another screen.
Right.
So
okay, good. Well, I'll read them for you later. No biggie. Since
all
I got
right,
'em.
sounds good.
They're-
I'll
it's-
probably be checking out early. I gave you a side
Yeah.
chat there, and it's good to be here.
Yeah, good to have you, brother, even if it's for a little bit. So thank you for being here, and we'll talk to you here in a few, okay?
Sounds good.
Awesome. Also joining us, we got our very own Miss Kathleen Biffle. How are you, Kathleen?
Doing great.
Doing great. Y'all rested up now from your big dredging trip?
Yeah, as much as I can be.
You didn't-
It's hump day, you know.
Right. You didn't get a cold. You don't sound like you did. You sound like you survived, so
Yes, yes.
good. Nobody got sick. So it all went good. It was all worth it. And you're still doing the cleanup, right?
Of course. What's that?
You're still doing the cleanup?
Oh, yeah, I haven't even really started. It's just been a really busy week
Mm-hmm.
with work and the family and work. This is the deadline week, so I've got 2 projects going, and this is it. So
All right.
after that, then, we've got Thanksgiving next week,
Mm-hmm.
and then vacation.
Uh-huh.
I mentioned vacation.
And vacation. You got that vacation thing. Oh, and one more thing.
Yes.
Just in case everybody don't remember, tomorrow is Kathleen and Shad's anniversary. So happy anniversary, you guys.
Oh,
Big happy anniversary to Shad and Kathleen.
yes. You know, I woke up this morning and I almost said happy anniversary, but then I said, no, wait.
I told you I'd remind you.
I'm just saying happy day, happy day, happy day.
Told you I was going to remind you.
I went against every impulse that I had because they're usually wrong. So.
Yep. Good
But
call. You're very welcome. Enjoy it.
Shad surprised me tonight with 4 dozen white roses.
Aw.
My favorite bottle of wine ever.
Oh, shit.
And some scallops.
That's awesome. Pretty cool. Way to go, Shad. Man.
Yes, he did really well.
There you go. So now this vacation, where are you guys heading? You guys heading to Arizona?
We are.
Awesome. Good.
Yes,
Prospecting?
we're wandering out there. We're going to do a little tour of some ghost towns and Tombstone.
Okay. That'll be cool.
And so I just want to go out there and stay at some haunted places, you
That'll
know.
be fun. You're not taking your dry washer and stuff, are you? Uh-oh.
Debatable.
There's a pause.
Debatable. Shad says no.
Kathleen saying
If
maybe.
if it's gonna rain, you know, what's the point?
Right.
We have other arrangements.
But we have arrangements to do stuff.
Okay, good. You are.
Don't lie, you're taking it, and I know you are.
No. No.
What about the metal
Just
detector?
in case.
Metal
Well,
detector?
you know, we are flying, so we
Right.
have to conserve baggage.
Since when do you two
Oh.
conserve baggage? It's like, I don't need
Okay,
this.
maybe not.
I got room. I can get the dry
Well,
washer.
it is our anniversary trip, and I may
Yeah.
want to get gussied up, so I have to have a bag from all my shoes.
Oh, gosh, yeah, that's right. Well, make sure you take your metal detector, Shad. Are you taking that?
I don't know, is he? Oh, so he gets to bring his metal detector, but I can't bring my puffer?
Well, the metal
You
detector's
can,
smaller.
you can still pack a pan.
I'll definitely bring a pan.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Man, I can't wait to see some of the pictures when you guys are down there. That's going to be a fun trip for you guys.
Oh, we're gonna stay at some haunted bed and breakfast.
That'll be cool.
And stuff. Yeah, I'm so excited because I love that ghost, the ghost watching thing just as much as I like koi and gold.
Right. So, man, you're doing all your favorite things. Lucky girl. That is very cool. I'm happy for you guys. And
And of course, we're gonna do some prospecting while we're out there. So
it's going to be an awesome time. That's going to be
Yes.
great. And like I said, I'll be looking forward to seeing all the pictures you guys will be posting and videos and maybe even some Facebook Lives while you're down there in them ghost towns if you can get some signal.
we'll do some ghost hunting.
Yeah, there you go. That'd be cool.
Facebook Live.
Yeah, Facebook Live ghost hunting with the wandering buffaloes. Pretty
Oh, no.
cool.
We're staying at the haunted bordello, so
Oh, better yet. Nice. That's going to be a fun trip. Man, enjoy yourselves, guys.
I
Really.
can't wait.
That is cool. I'm excited for you guys. And looking forward to your news tonight, Kathleen, as always.
Yes, the stories are a little short,
Okay.
but interesting. I apologize. I had some commitments. It took a lot of my days.
You've been
But
very busy.
they're interesting.
Good. Looking forward to them. As always, it's going to be great. I know it. And we'll turn it over to that here in a couple minutes and get you rolling.
Hey.
And I just want to thank you for being here as always, Kathleen, and for doing such a wonderful job. And once again, happy anniversary.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. And now we're going to skip Rich for a minute, and we're going to go right to the legend, the Indiana gold hunter himself, Dennis. Dayton, I didn't call you nothing tonight, Dennis.
What?
I had one too, and I'm like,
Oh, man.
I know, darn it. I should have used it. I'm like, now wait,
Oh, well.
I had a plan. What's happening, buddy?
Oh, well, I'm getting pumped up about this weekend.
Deer hunting?
It's, oh yeah, it's opening weekend, gun season.
Oh, okay.
And it's supposed to be like almost 60 degrees
Really?
Saturday. And I think it's going to be down in the 30s on Sunday, but
Mhm. But hey,
the nice thing about where I'm going, like I've said before, is I'm gonna have a whole bunch of 5-gallon buckets with me, and when I get done hunting each day, I'm gonna load the back of my truck up with material from the pit. So I'll be able to get some good gold bearing material and go hunt deer all in the same weekend.
That's pretty cool. You're able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. It's like,
oh yeah. Well, I could kill 3. I could actually, if I wanted to, I could go fishing too.
Yeah, but it's cool. I mean, you're like, I'm gonna go deer hunting. All right, I'm done. I'm done deer hunting. I'm gonna go ahead and get some dirt and take this home. Get a couple more buckets. So for this long winter, I'll be ready. I'll have plenty of dirt to run.
Oh, I'll guarantee you I'm going to have lots.
Smart move.
Because I just got a nice big old, I guess you would call it a man cave. Going to be my gold room.
Gold room. Yeah, your gold room. That way you got a place to go and sit and hide and process your dirt. And
oh, yeah. About 14 foot wide by 40 foot long gold room.
Now, are you going to put your computer in there and do the show from in there? Is that your thinking?
No.
No?
No.
You ain't going to do that? Make it your studio/gold room?
No.
Oh, wow. I figured you would.
No, that's going to be my gold room.
Oh, okay. Well, my gold room is my /studio/ closet /
That thing isn't big enough for. Are you kidding me? Your gold room.
It is my gold room.
You don't have enough room to pan in that room. The heck?
It's still my gold room, even though there ain't no room to do nothing. You can still call it that, can't I? Man.
Yeah.
Are you talking about that office?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The 4 office.
Hey, I can dream, can't I? Man.
Yeah, you can. I tell you, I've been. What's real weird is working midnight to 8. I've been trying to. It's been so long since I went back on 8 hours. I was trying to figure out what works best for me. Either get off work and stay up, or get off work, go to bed, then get up early. And I've been figuring out that actually if I go to bed, usually I stay up and I can run some material since I'm still up. So it's been working out a little bit better. I usually stay up between to almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I realized today, oh crap, we got a show. I got to get to bed now.
Your internal time clock has got to be all screwed up though, ain't
it? You know what? It's a lot easier to adjust on the weekends since I have my weekends off. Now it's a lot easier to adjust. Working 12 hours, it just something about it, like you work 2, then you're off 2, then you work 2, then you're off 3, and work 3, you're off 2, all that, all that stuff.
Right.
And it really messes with you. But that midnight to 8, it's really not bad because when I get off Friday morning, that's it. That's my weekend starts, and I'm up all day. Don't think of it, and then I go to bed that night, and then everything's fine.
Oh, I would think you'd be a mess, No,
it's actually, it works out really good.
Working good for you.
Oh, it's like having 3 days off because I got all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. I go back in Sunday night. So
yeah, that's
nice. It's like a 3-day weekend every weekend.
That is awesome. You can't beat that.
No,
can't. That is great. Really.
I love it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I would too.
Oh. Hey, it gets me a chance now when I'm not working overtime. I can actually be on the shows every Wednesday and Sunday.
That's right.
So,
and that is a good thing.
That's what I was looking forward to.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I was looking forward to it because of course, I've been waiting for the last couple of years. The guys on day shift, which is way past retirement age, is still working. So if I could have made it to day shift, if I was working that continuous, I wouldn't have missed any shows either. So
right. But it's good to have you here each week. Before it was like, I'll try. Well, I hope I can. And now it's like, you can. That's always good. So
the only time I don't is if one of the guys on, Kevin, when I worked with forever on continuous, he's on 4 to 12. If he takes vacation, that's where I go back in and work 8 at night till 8 in the morning.
Well,
5 days a week.
We're glad you're here for sure, brother.
I'm glad I'm here too.
And I hope you do good this weekend out at the pit.
Oh, I know I will. You know what? Even if I don't get a deer, which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna, but even if I don't get a deer, I know I'm gonna get some gold.
You're gonna get some gold. That's nothing wrong
That's
with
guaranteed.
that sounds like a good hunting trip to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Awesome, brother. Thanks for being here, man. We appreciate it. Awesome. And last but not least, our good friend, Mr. Rich Cooley. How are you, Rich?
Pretty good. How's everyone tonight?
Doing good. Hey, how was your big show last night? I am so sorry.
Well,
I missed
it started off really good, and then in the middle it kind of went to crap.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Well, because of the Skype issue.
Oh, that darn Skype.
Well, I was doing Skype at work,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then when I got home, I tried to switch it over on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a fail. I mean, I couldn't get the thing to shut off on my phone. And then when I went to go onto the Skype to click join the call, I lost the call.
Mm-hmm.
And then I couldn't get back on Skype. And then it was miserable for about 5 or 10 minutes till I finally got on. And then during the broadcast, everything was good.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, the whole screen went blue. It had a Skype signal in the middle, and I couldn't do anything. I mean, it kept cutting out, and I'd have to turn it back on. I could still hear them and everything.
Right.
It's just that my screen would go blank, and I couldn't mute. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do nothing.
Skype.
And then when I went to shut it down at the end of the evening, I couldn't shut it down. I had to go on the phone and shut it down and figure out how to get it turned off because it kept playing music for some reason. I don't know.
What in the world? Man.
Yeah. I mean, I never had any problems like that. And as soon as I'm on a show, then it happens.
Of course. The worst possible time for it to happen.
Yep.
Something's going to happen with Skype.
But I ended up giving a Crony Club mug away.
That's cool.
Thanks for the people that joined. And Patrick Moore won it.
Wow, very cool. Congrats, Patrick. That's cool. Yeah, sorry I missed it, Rich. The wife wanted me to watch a movie with her, and I'm like,
I know. I told her already. Blame it on Christy.
Okay.
She said, yeah.
I'm like, dang it. I forgot to talk. I'm like, oh, crap. I'm like, I'm sorry I missed it, but I'm glad you had fun. And
it was a blast. They said, I think, the most they had at one time was 30. So
nice. Good.
It wasn't bad.
That's cool. What'd you guys talk about?
Oh, everything, pretty much. My build and clean up sluices I build and just everything, how I got started, how I got on the show. And,
Nice.
You know,
Man, that is
regular
awesome.
kind of stuff.
I'm going to watch it.
We lasted till about 10:30.
Wow. 8 to 10:30. Jeez.
Yeah, and I was like, I got to go because, like I said, I didn't know when Skype was going to quit on me. So
yeah, when it starts acting like that, you just never know. That's
crazy. When the screen card's disappearing and you have no control of what you're doing, it's time to you're lost.
Yeah, Skype completely takes over sometimes. It controls you. It's like you're at their mercy. And that's why
tonight I figured I'll just start out on the phone, and then when I get home, then I'll do Skype, because I don't want to try to switch over like I did last night.
Right. Oh, I probably would have did the same thing. You know, more than likely. Would have did the same thing, I bet you.
But yeah, I'm here. I'm fine, and I'm actually... Some of my holes that are in my dredge sluice box are drying. I got them filled with JB Weld, and hopefully either this weekend I'll probably sand them down and then get ready to start putting them back together once I start getting some stuff. So,
oh, good. Get her more work done to the dredge, right?
Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty much ready. I'm just waiting on stuff. So
that's good. Well, you like I said, you've got plenty of time.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not really in a hurry, so right. But I do want to get it done before Christmas if I can. Never know. Might have a late outing.
Yeah, never know. Right.
Get a nice day or something.
That's right. You never know. Could have.
And test it out and get it ready for next year.
Yep, so. That's right. You never know. I'm glad
Rich, finished painting the inside of the house today, all the rooms, so I'm going to work on boxing those riffles up for you, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm waiting on my other set to get back to from another guy I've welded. So if I get them back, that would help first, because that's kind of the first one I want to do anyway when I get his back. So that's the first one I want to get set up, and then I'll deal with that extra one later.
Nice. So you'll have
Whenever.
plenty of ripples going on.
Yeah,
Plenty
yeah.
to work
Like I
with.
said, I'm going to have 2 sets of them, and that way I can either switch them out and find out which one works good
Nice. Betty.
or better than the other one, I should say.
Oh, well, cool. And Ron, thank you. That's pretty nice of you to do that for me.
Yep. Ron's a good guy to do that for me. I appreciate it.
Very cool, man.
Appreciate it. I don't need them.
Now but you can help your brother out, and that's what's cool.
That's right.
Heck yeah, man. That is
Yeah, and
awesome.
David Bogan helped me out with the other set, so I got to give him a shout out.
Way to go, David. Yeah, hooking Rich up. That's awesome. Everybody helping each other. That's great. That's what it's about, man. Helping each other out, and that is awesome.
Rich, you'll have to come to Ohio for a polar bear outing.
Oh,
Oh, I might have to. You never know.
There you go.
yeah. Rich will do it. He's as crazy as you two.
Yeah.
Then again, you might
I'm
not
pretty out
have to.
I'm
Man.
pretty out there, so yeah. Knowing me, I'd be in a tent. Everybody be in a camper. I'd be like, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
Come on, got to be a polar bear."
Oh no. I've stayed in a tent in the winter once, and that's no fun. In the snow, and it sucked.
Hunted for a good while.
No, yeah.
I did deer hunting, and then the zipper broke on the tent, and you couldn't zip the door closed. Yeah, so I took my bootlace and tied the door closed. It was brutal. that was the worst deer hunting trip
As
ever.
cold as you get,
Yeah.
and you went in a tent in
Yes.
the wintertime.
Yep, sure did. For deer
Wow.
hunting, I didn't care. I didn't care.
Shad had to stay in a tent in Alaska.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's worse yet.
Actually, just a sleeping bag at sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
No tent.
This was luxury.
Yeah,
that's not fun.
tent would be luxury, wouldn't it?
It was actually really nice.
Oh.
With the heater.
Oh, that would suck. No. Now there is a line, and I think that would be the line. I got to at least have a tent in the snow, not just a sleeping bag. No way.
We didn't rough it too bad. We did have movie time.
Oh,
Are you serious? You better have a tent in the snow, or you're a snowdrift.
yeah, that's it. That's it, Scott. Snowdrift. Oh, mercy. Crazy. All right. On that note, let's just go ahead and move along. Rich, thank you for being here tonight, buddy.
All right, thanks for having me.
Glad as always, man. And let's go ahead and let's turn it over to Kathleen.
It is time for Dredging Up the News with Kathleen Biffle. Mining news from around the globe, metal detecting, dredging, entertainment news, and fun facts as well. Here's Kathleen.
All right. November 15th. So, a few weeks ago, I don't know if you guys remember, but I gave you a little short lesson on futures, or futures contracts. So on Friday, as we all know, last Friday, gold prices fell pretty drastically, and it's been trying to climb. Well, the stories have been circulating that what caused it was a recorded 4 million ounces of COMEX gold that was sold in 15 minutes. So almost 40,000 contracts each for 100 ounces were traded within 15 minutes, which triggered a sell-off, sending prices down as much as 1%. So people are saying that, it was market manipulation. However, COMEX Exchange, they have regulations which clearly state position limits for speculators and institutional investors. They have certain limits. Only participants who are not bound by these restrictions are approved and recognized. They recognize professional hedgers working for large corporations, which either produce or use a given commodity. So if it was implemented by a single trader or a firm, it really can't be identified as manipulation. In other words, COMEX allows for a position size of 40,000 contracts, then they can't say it's manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
evidently this isn't the first time.
Doesn't America have a name for that? It's called insider trading.
Well, this is futures contracts. You're betting on. I mean, you're speculating, right? So as long as
you're right.
Right.
You are
so
right.
As long as they're allowing for that, if they allow that position, then as long as they continue to allow it, then no, they're well within their limits. But, I can see this getting regulated soon. I'm just saying it. But anyway, evidently this isn't the first time that this has happened. Last month, contracts covering more than 2 million ounces of gold was traded in 5 minutes, sending prices higher. And then 2 months earlier than that, contracts for a similar amount traded in 1 minute caused the prices to go higher. So it's still not known who or what firm was responsible for last Friday's trade. And I just want to say that, I'm really sorry for causing all that commotion with my trading, so I'll try to be more discreet next time.
Yeah, please do, Kathleen. Or give us a warning, would you?
I'll try to be more careful with my $4 million.
All right.
4 million ounces, whatever.
Whatever it was.
Can you believe that?
That's crazy.
Like either it's a firm or an individual.
Yeah.
Made it swing. So that's
a lot. That would make it swing.
That's kind of scary.
Yes, it is. I just wish we'd have knew.
You know what's really funny is because I haven't traded in the last 3 weeks. Because
maybe that's it.
It's Scott's fault.
Wow.
Man.
All right. So here's a story, an update. The asteroid miner Planetary Resources, they finished building its Orchid 6 spacecraft. This is the company's mini spaceship. This is their second attempt, actually. It's going to a launch pad in India. The Redmond, Washington-based company has been working on this Orchid 6. It's an imaging satellite, and they've been working on it for years. The goal is to develop a tool that's able to deliver affordable, on-demand intelligence of natural resources available on asteroids that are close to the Earth. Mm-hmm. The Orchid 6 spacecraft has core technology that will be used for the company's asteroid exploration program to mine for gold, and other metals. Planetary Resources' first spacecraft of its kind was called the Orchid 3. It was launched from the International Space Station in early 2015. Asteroid mining is going to be the first, and many people believe this anyway, and it could be, that asteroid mining is going to be the first key step to the eventual colonization of outer space. Mm-hmm. So there's nearly 9,000 asteroids larger than 150 feet in diameter that orbit near the Earth, and geologists believe that they're packed with iron ore, nickel, and precious metals such as gold. Right. Which we've reported before. So this is, just an update that looks like it's getting closer getting closer. The goal, sooner. Anyway, is to be mining asteroids in the 2020s.
That'll be cool.
Great.
Yeah.
That's not too far.
Mm-mm.
I am a lost for words.
You could be a space miner.
Space miner.
Well,
space
you know what? If I think of going in space and all this stuff, I think mining is going to be like on the last part of my plate.
For space exploration.
I just survive first.
It's interesting.
They say space is infinite, so
that's right.
You tell me.
All right.
Wow. We'll keep an eye on it.
That's a cool story.
So a couple global news stories. Egypt, they're making the news. They're finalizing contracts by the end of the year with local and foreign companies, which were awarded 5 gold mining concessions. I remember reporting back in January when Egypt, they were accepting bids way back in January. The concessions, as it was it was the country's first proposal for new gold exploration, and this is ever since 2009. 4 firms, including 2 foreign companies, were awarded 5 blocks in the Eastern Desert. Since then, they've been working to finalize the contracts. Egypt wants gold production to become a growth area for their economy, which has struggled since 2011. Egypt has a long history of gold mining stretching back to the era of the pharaohs. However, today they only have 1 gold commercial mine.
No.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of odd.
It is.
They got all the gold.
Thought they did.
They're
Well,
near all the gold, yeah.
Well, I mean, if you look at, you know what, any history documentary and stuff like that you see on TV, they got gold bracelets, gold necklaces, gold rings, gold. They just, that's a lot of gold.
Statues, gold.
Yeah.
Pyramids.
Well, this will definitely help their economy.
Yeah.
All right. Wait, Abu Dhabi, is that in Saudi Arabia or?
That's
It's its own country, United Arab Emirates.
Oh, okay. But that's near there,
It's
isn't
on
it?
the Arabian Peninsula.
Yeah. Okay.
Near Saudi Arabia, yes.
Abu Dhabi.
Ugh, they have a lot of gold.
They do.
Don't they have gold vending machines
They
or
do.
something?
Yeah, I
something
think they
crazy.
do.
Right.
I think so. Yeah. I want
They
some
do.
gold. Out of a vending machine.
$99.99 gold necklace.
Yeah. Out of a vending machine. Sweet.
Oh my! All right.
Abu
So now we are in Australia.
Australia.
Australian news. Artemis Resources, they've added the Mount Oscarwitz conglomerate to their ventures. The conglomerate is located in Western Australia. Surprise, surprise.
Mm-hmm.
This is after the recovery of watermelon seed gold nuggets. I guess they're the size of watermelon seeds.
Oh.
Mount Oscarwitz is located northeast of Purdy's Reward. That's a joint venture between Artemis and Novo. This is located east of the city Karratha in Pilbara. The nugget find follows the result of a stream sediment and rock chip sampling period that showed anomalies mineralization in October amongst extensive quartz and chert mineralization. Interesting. All right, so that's Australia.
That's Australia.
So that brings us to fun facts.
Oh, fun facts.
Yeah, fun facts. So I don't know, a show Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
What's that?
Are we having a Wednesday show next week?
Sure, I think so. Right? When's Thanksgiving? Thursday?
Next week.
Thursday, right?
Next Thursday.
Right. Yeah, we can still do a show Wednesday if you guys want.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah.
So I thought I would, have a little fun with it in the next couple of weeks with some Thanksgiving
Yeah, go for it.
holiday fun facts.
Go for it.
Might as well take advantage, right?
Heck yeah.
Well, this one really isn't really a holiday, but it's something crazy we do around this time. So it's a Black Friday. Black Friday fun fact. I thought some of these things were interesting. So, well, this I knew. Black Friday didn't always refer to that day in shopping. The holiday previously alluded to the stock markets crashing. Two speculators, Jay Gould and James Fisk, had attempted to corner the gold market on the New York Stock Exchange. Oh. The plan backfired when the government stepped in and flooded the market with gold to correct the misleading error. So, Franklin D. Roosevelt bumped up the holiday. Thanksgiving was moved up from its original date by FDR in 1939 to accommodate shoppers. The move was met with a lot of criticism by shoppers, but retailers petitioned for the move to allow for more shopping time ahead of the holiday season. So FDR realized that he made a mistake by changing Thanksgiving's initial celebration celebratory date, but it was too late to fix his mishap because the 1941 calendars were already made and listed the holiday's new date. So FDR signed an official bill in 1941 that permanently placed Thanksgiving on the fourth Thursday of November. Isn't that
cool?
Crazy?
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's how we ended up with that.
Interesting.
Black Friday and Thanksgiving on that that day.
That's cool.
And this was kind of, it's not really funny, but it was kind of shocking, I thought. Did you know Black Friday deaths are higher than individuals dying of shark attacks?
What?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Black Friday deaths.
Yes.
Like,
shoppers are more likely to die on Black Friday than they are from a shark attack.
wow.
Black Friday resulted in the deaths of 3 Americans in 2016, including a San Antonio man that died in an effort to help a woman being beaten by fellow shoppers. There's actually a website called Black Friday Death Count that keeps a tally of all the reported deaths on the holiday.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
It's nuts.
Oh my. Jeez.
That's why I don't go Black Friday shopping.
No, I don't either.
Nope. I want no part of it. I'd rather have...
Now there's Cyber Monday too.
Yeah,
So
now I like Cyber Monday.
I might take part of that.
Yeah, that's fun because you can do it at home. You know, it's like no Black Friday. No.
It's just something to think
It's
about. And then
crazy.
this one is just kind of puts it all in perspective here. It's just kind of bizarre. Black Friday attracts large turnouts, of course. When compared to Disneyland and Disney World, someone did a study, or they counted, I don't know. Walmart reeled in more than 2 million shoppers in one day in 2014. In that same year, Disneyland in Anaheim, California, brought in 16 million for the entire year. In that same year, Disney World in Orlando attracted 18.5 million in the entire year.
Wow.
So $2 million or 2 million shoppers in one day.
At Walmart. At Walmart.
Walmart.
At Walmart.
Well, you gotta wonder.
Walmart's, you know.
Uh-huh.
you know, Walmart is in the weirdest parts of town.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. It's Walmart.
And that's a lot of Walmarts. You know, you only have one Disneyland and one Disney World.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, right. And there's a lot.
I don't know.
Walmart.
I don't know if that study was
it's
accurate.
that's
but
right. I don't know how the accuracy is on that study. It's like,
But
yeah.
it made for it made for a funny fun fact.
It does. It made for a great fun fact. Got a better chance of dying on Black Friday than getting eaten by a shark.
Yep.
That's
So
amazing
stay indoors
too.
on Black Friday.
Stay indoors. Stay or don't go in the water.
If you're
What, Scott? Scott?
Black Friday, that's a shark. You're gonna get trampled.
Frickin' sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their frickin' head.
Them kind of sharks.
Shoppers with freaking laser beams.
Yeah, shoppers with freaking laser beams attached to their heads.
Tim, you got to remember, they got to look in their eye, buddy. They got to
do.
look in their eye.
Yeah, they do. It's like, oh no, stay home on Black Friday. Dennis, are you going Black Friday shopping?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay, good. So I don't think none of us here are. I think we're all good.
Well, you know, you got all these weird wackos now that are, you know, you had the Vegas shooting and all this stuff, and it just to me, there's gonna be somebody that's gonna wait and find someone at a Best Buy, a big old crowd, and you know, scream Allah Akbar and start unloading on a whole lot of people. So no, I'm not Black Friday shopping.
I don't doubt it. Oh, mercy. It's anything possible. Let's hope not.
I'll tell you, I think you're going to see it somewhere. It's going to happen. There's going to be another mass shooting somewhere.
Let's hope not. It's just crazy.
I hope not either, but I just got this warm, fuzzy feeling it's going to happen.
Oh, Lordy. That's craziness. You got Scott rolling.
No, that's a buzzkill.
I'd call all mine online. Just have it shipped here. I don't even have to go out and get it.
Right, do Cyber Monday. You get great
Yeah,
deals.
that sounds the best.
Do
to
it
me.
right from home. That's what I like. Click, click. Oh, done. Add to cart. Ship to
Free
home.
shipping. Don't have to waste your time or gas. Go out and get it.
Right. That's Cyber Monday's the best. It's like
Yeah.
they can keep Black Friday. You know,
You're killing me. You're killing me.
even if they was giving that crap away, I don't think I'd go. You know, I'd still,
Nah, I
I'd
probably
still
wouldn't
stay
either.
home. I'd be like, nah, I don't want it. I don't need it that bad. Right? Awesome, Kathleen. Great job. Love that.
Sorry they were kind of short this week.
No, they were good. I liked it. As always.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic as always. Cool.
Yes, definitely. Now, on that note, let's keep the momentum rolling. Let's just kick it on over to Scott.
And now it is time for In the Goldfields with Scott Swiftwater Toney. Join Scott each week as he shares useful information to help you find and recover more gold. Here's Swiftwater.
Is it me?
It's
Hello?
it was your intro.
No, I'm on the phone. I'm hearing it. Hey, guys, guess what? I'm glad everybody's out there. Hey, Tim, can you take everybody's name that's on the chat room and listening right now?
Yeah.
Okay, do that because these guys are going to be in the big pickings tonight.
Wait a minute.
I'm throwing a prize out there you would never know you're going to
All
get
right,
from
give me
old
a second.
Swiftwater.
I'm going to just take these names and put them into
That's
random
right. Everybody that's
generators.
in the chat room tonight is eligible.
Just the ones that are in there right now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're there right now, you're ready to go.
All right, that's the only
And then-
ones I'm
and then-
putting in there.
And then I know Shad and Kathleen's got that number picker. They can just deal it out. Right?
Well, I'll go ahead and do it, unless Kathleen did it too. It don't matter.
I didn't do it.
All right,
You
I got
wanna
all
do
the
it?
names. I got them in the random generator, so when
Okay.
when
All
Scott
right, you do
says,
it.
I'll just generate the name. So, all right, cool. Thanks, Scott. Pretty cool.
All
buddy.
right. Guess what? The
What?
best prize tonight I'm going to give out just because I'm going to throw it out there. And you know what? I really don't have a use for it anyway because I don't know how to operate it. Shad he does, but I don't.
Uh-oh.
It's a drone. The one I bought in Vegas.
No way.
Yes.
Oh,
So
man.
whoever's in the chat room tonight is going to get that drone.
Somebody in the chat room is going to win that drone. That's cool.
You're right.
Oh, wow. Lucky you guys for being here.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, you know what? We got to turn it up. We got to do it. Got to do it. Anyway, you guys just listen tonight. Everybody knows out there right now, it's, oh, my God, it's dry as a bone here, folks. I mean, I want rain. But we're not getting it. So, man, we've been going through the mixes, and we know where the gold's at. But, man, you would not expect it to be that hard when you're used to doing dry land dredging, to when you go to dry washing, popping rocks, knowing how to get the rocks out of the hole, because there's never a straight way. I mean, unless you go 3 feet back and go into it, which I always tell people to do.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I don't do that.
Gotcha.
But you have to put that way in so you can roll those rocks out. And I'm not talking like little rocks. I'm like I don't know, the size of little chairs.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to be able to roll them out. And that's the biggest benefit I can tell anybody tonight is, man, dig that thing back. If you're digging a hole, go back 3.5 feet and dig a good slope. Get you a good slope in there, because you and your partner or yourself with a good roll bar or a good shovel can actually roll that rock out and get it out of your way. If you dig straight down and you have a hole, then you have to actually lift rock out, and you're not going to do it. So then you're going to take extra time and come in and taking everything out of the backside. It's going to be wasting your time. You're not going to be working gold when you could have worked everything at the first.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff out. And the newbie, the newbie actually today is why I brought this story up, is he actually figured this. And Ben was sitting there watching him, and he's digging, and he's doing a good job. I give him that. He's really on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's actually my video that I made. I actually got to publish it, put it out live, but he's actually in there, and he's a newbie. He come up here and he wants to dig, and he's pretty serious about it. And I give him kudos, man, because he's really, you know what? There's some guys you know it's going to make it, and then there's some guys you're like, nah, you're going to quit.
Right.
But I think he's gonna really make it. He's really into it.
Good.
But he's a big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to me is like, it's like Goliath. I had to hit him with a stone to kill him. You know what I'm saying? He's a big guy.
Right.
And do things sitting down. I keep telling him, don't sit on your butt. You're gonna it's gonna fold in on you at some point in time. Get caved in. Don't sit there. You cannot sit down there. And I showed him today. He was sitting there trying to work, and which we were all, it was a lazy day today. My engine went out. I have to get a upgrade kit, spark plug, fuel filter, that kind of thing.
Right.
No big deal. I've already got it. It's ready to go for tomorrow. But my day was ruined, so I was sitting there just watching what he was doing. I was telling him, he was like, I don't do that way. And he thought I was he thought I was crazy. He thought I was crapping him. And he went down there and started digging that same thing. And I went up on top of the hill above where he's digging. When he got under that, I jumped up and down. He seen what folded in. He goes, "Oh my gosh!" He got out of the way. I said, "Now, are you getting my point?" Mm-hmm. He's like, "Okay." He's like, he goes, "Nope, never gonna do that again." I said, "I told you, if your head's under something, you're in danger. You do not know what kind of rocks are on top of you."
Right.
And which I actually, I kind of forced the project by jumping up and down on it. But I knew he wasn't that far in there; he couldn't get out. But he figured it out real quick. But I folded those rocks in. I'm like, man, you know what? That's the biggest thing that I have out here, because I've seen a lot of people out here dry washing, and I cannot stress this enough. You cannot under dig stuff. Right. Once you undermine it out here, it's just stuff hanging above you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not rock, it's sand.
Got it.
And when that sand gives way, and you got 4 or 5 big rocks that you could hardly move with 2 people, and it lands on top of you.
Yeah.
I don't want to find that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to be with people that are going to get that way. So I'm just saying out there, folks, man, just be really smart, man. Right. Keep your eyes out. Don't have stuff above your head.
Right.
I mean, we've all heard of coyote holes.
Mm-hmm.
The guys that mine, they mine in, and they're about body size, and they just keep mining. They take a chance, because those things can fall at any time. And if they do, we just, we're not going to find you no more.
No. Got to keep them safe, Scott. Right?
Yeah, I know. It's just, what bugs me is it's a new guy coming out, and he's seeing what I'm doing, and he's watching me, and I'm telling him right now, I'm just abiding my time. I'm not really mining. And I jumped in this hole today. I said, okay, let me show you how to dig. And I start throwing, doing what I do, and he's looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, number one, you're on your butt, not your knees.
Mm-hmm.
You get more leverage on your knees. You can't dig anything on your butt. So, and he's lost weight. He's going through a lot of stuff. I give him that. That's good. But I'm just saying, he was underneath the bank today, and I mean, like, really underneath the bank. Wow. And I kept warning him. And the only way I could show him is go up there and stomp on the bank and let a little bit of stuff fall off on him. He jumped out there and he caught onto it. But it's just, what? I know guys out here in the West Coast, everybody's like, oh, I know dry washing, and I know this and I know that. You can dry wash on top of the ground. But when you find that really good pay layer you're after, and it's not on top of the ground, you're gonna dig that pay layer, and you're not gonna think about what's on top of you. But I need you to really think what's on top of you, because it can fall at any time. It's like an elevator. As soon as you take it'll go down, poof, just that fast.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's scary. I was kind of worried today, and I watched him. I kept watching him. I'm like, man, he kept going farther, because it was sand.
Mm-hmm.
So he kept digging farther and farther and farther, and I'm like, man, you're taking whatever is holding the stuff above you. You are taking out. And if it's a big rock, which it's in the dirt, not in the sand, it's going to fall on you.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't understand that until I played dirty pool. Like I said, I kind of stomped on the ground, just made the dirt shake. I didn't do it too much, but it was enough that he got out of there.
Great.
But I just can't stress that enough to my people listening and stuff like that. And people come out and dig with me and stuff like that. I just don't want people to get hurt just from, don't be greedy.
Right.
I guess that's what it comes down to, right?
I think so.
It's the gold
Well,
fever.
that's what
Yeah, it's a gold fever. Right, Kathleen.
Yeah.
That fever
Well, like
will
I
kill
said-
you.
Yeah, you don't
You
think.
ain't joking.
You get dumb sometimes, I think. Right?
Well, he was looking.
Yeah.
He was actually looking at the sand that we actually get a lot of the gold out of, and he just kept digging and digging and digging. I'm like, there's like 3 feet of dirt above you, and you just keep digging and digging in, dude. You really going to do that?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, there's no gold in it. I'm like, all right, here's your lesson.
Well,
And I told him, if you're going to dig it, run it.
right.
I mean, out here, because you never know. What's the proverb? Gold's where you find it. I still love that, by
Right.
the way.
He's learning a lot from you then, right?
Huh?
He's learning a lot from you then, right?
Yeah, I don't know if he's really liking it or not, though.
Well, yeah, but he's
He'll
learning
remember.
it. Yeah. He's learning it, though. You're teaching him
Yeah.
the rights and the wrongs,
And-
so.
Yeah, and what's funny is because he's digging with Ben, so he's learning a lot off of Ben too, and Ben's going through a 151, and he's kind of buttered up and running slow, and he's like, oh, this is cool. I'm like, dude, that's a 151. That takes 3 guys to run that thing, right? He's like, what? I'm like, no. Ben don't even have it opened up. He's just sitting here biding his time. He's like, what? And then Ben today, he opened it on him today. And he's like, I can't keep up. He's like, welcome to 151.
So are you going to have him work with you and help you move some of these rocks out of there?
No, I'm down on the other shoal.
Oh, okay.
He's there about, they're about, what is it? If you was to measure it out, I'd say about half a football field away,
Okay.
but they're still in the same island.
Gotcha.
Because there's a piece of bedrock that's in this particular creek that is like 9-10 feet high,
Mm-hmm.
and probably about 12 foot wide. So and then when a flash flood comes through, it's a big eddy.
Gotcha.
So it created a whole long island all the way down the creek
Now,
until it makes the next end.
Scott, Donald Knox just asked, do you run your overburden?
Twice.
Okay. Twice.
Overburden in dry washing, yes. You always rerun it.
Okay.
And then after you rerun it, when it goes wet, you rerun it again.
There you go, Donald. You probably know Donald.
Dry washing, like I said, in dry washing, you are going to lose, and you can just give it to it, 15%. That's expected.
15%?
Yep. If somebody says, "Well, I'm not losing that," I'm going to say you're a liar. It's 15%. If you do the work on the tailings and you figure it out, trust me, it's 15%. It's a gimme. It's a gimme. And I run stuff really slow. It's
Got
a
it.
gimme.
And you're still
But
giving up,
when you, what's that? Tim?
I said you're still giving up 15%, but you're okay with that because you know it, right?
Exactly.
Mhm.
But the reason why I put my tailings in a bucket and I pile them in a pile is because when the water comes through, I make sure they're right there where I can actually suck them back up and run them through again, and you're going to get that 15% back.
Oh, smart move.
Well, you got to remember, in a season, we're, like I said, right now, dry washing,
Dry.
we're just abiding our time.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever we're digging up right now, we're taking the gold out what we can get dry washing, but we have the piles where we know where the water's not going to wash them away, but it's really going to be close.
Mm-hmm.
So you pull them back and you wash them through, and you're going to get that 15% back. We don't like to lose anything.
Right. Well, that's good then. Got a good plan.
I'm kind of greedy that way.
Oh, smart. No, it's a smart move. Really is.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do it out here because, like I said, you got two different kinds of seasons.
Mm-hmm.
You got, like right now, holy moly, it's still hot, and trust me, it's still hot.
Yeah.
And you're digging under a canopy and everything like that, and the dust is flying everywhere. It's dry as a bone. But could be next month, something could happen up north, and water comes down, and they could have snow up there for 2 weeks, or a fluke, anything, and then we got water for the next 2 months.
Right.
And then dry washing's done.
Nice.
Yeah, we flip back into a dry land dredging and start hitting exactly where we were if we can get to it. Sometimes it's buried.
Mm-hmm.
But if we can get back in the same hole where we were dry washing and finding gold, now we can eat it up twice as quick because we already got a hole.
Right. Sure.
Because sometimes you have to go through grass and roots, and oh my God, I hate roots. I'm telling you,
Roots
they are
the gold.
the nastiest. Man, for a dry
Not
washer.
for a dry washer,
roots,
though. No, roots would not be good for dry washing. No.
No, they're going to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
You better have a what do they call it, the little tree, pruners?
Mm-hmm.
They got a little short blade but a big long arm.
Yeah.
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 That's what
pruners.
that's what the partner. Yeah, my partner brought one of them down there the other day, and they're cutting roots right now, trying to undercut a water willow, which is like a crap tree, but just has phenomenal amount of roots.
Wow. You got your work cut out for you, don't you?
Yeah.
You guys.
What's that?
I said you got your work cut out for you, definitely. And
yeah, you really, like dry washing. People's like, oh, you just got to dig through sand. I'm like, oh my God, no.
That's what you think when you hear dry washing. You're just digging in sand, easy peasy,
No.
But obviously it's not.
Yeah, what's bad? You got sand, you got big rocks, you got bigger rocks, and then if there's anything close within 16 feet in the desert, that thing's grow roots. Now you got roots. And they could be an inch thick, they could be 4 inches thick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they grow roots.
Now, when Kathleen and all of them was down there, did you guys experience that root stuff, Kathleen, or you guys didn't get that deep?
No, it was more sandy.
More sandy?
Yeah, we were using the shop backs.
You
on
guys
the
are
rocks.
more like crevicing, right?
I guess you could call it that. Yeah.
Well, the difference is where I'm digging, they were in a wash.
Mm-hmm.
That was confined.
It
Right.
was loose.
Yeah. That wash is like confined to like 8 feet wide.
Okay.
The wash I'm in is confined to 65 feet wide.
Ooh. Yeah. That's a big
difference.
That's a big difference, yeah. Man. Interesting.
So your material's a lot harder to like.
Well, that's why we don't dig in the middle of it.
Okay.
No, we usually, like I said, we dig along the insides and the high shoals, and usually the the swirls will tell you where the high water is, because they don't grow any below it.
All right. Trying to picture this.
So if you go below, it's really funny because people are like, wow, that's really high off the bank. I'm like, no, when it's really flooded, this is where the water's at. That's why there's sand and rocks up here. And it's kind of hard for people to understand, but they don't understand like how an Arizona flood is. I mean, if you're used to East Coast like you guys are, you know what a flood is. It reaches the bridge.
Right.
If we have a flood, we go down there and we just look like, where's everything at? It's gone.
Wow.
But it's only for like a day and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Which you guys could have it for like a week.
Sure. Oh yeah. Yep. Like you said, to the bridge, over the bank.
Right. And like I said, there's stuff that gets set in really quick, which it's so funny because I tried to get this video edited before this week, but unfortunately my editing skills are not working right. But I'm getting it down. I replayed my video and I was like, oh, it's not right. I got to redo it. So I'm going to redo it. Anyway, I've got one coming out that shows pretty much where I'm at and the stuff when I talk about airy dirt and the stuff that's set in there and what you really want. It really explains it.
Right.
And what actually stinks is because I was actually using the puffer, and at the end of the video, I had to stick with what I do, guys. I said that the puffer wasn't working, and you know what? This is what it is. Do it the bigger gold or smaller gold, and fine gold. I'll tell you what, you got to have the vibration. It's period. I you know what? I stand behind it. I won't say anything different.
Right. Gotcha. Puffer is your
gotta
enemy.
Yeah, you got to have the vibration.
Yeah.
It drives it down in there.
Oh, I would think it would be better. Yeah, definitely. Well, you tried it. You had to try it.
Well, yeah, but I was bummed, man. You know
I
what?
know.
I said right here. I said right here on the radio station. I wanted to do it all year long.
I know.
But when I found out what I was losing, I'm like, okay, bets are off.
Heck with that puffer, right?
I'm not knocking it. I still like the puffer.
Kathleen loves hers. Now, does yours?
But I haven't been in the material that Scott's been in.
Right.
In Arizona.
Yeah.
So, that could make a lot of difference.
Yeah, look, if you was in what I was in right now, you would looking like you'd be
Right.
looking at the puffer going, "There's no, it ain't gonna happen."
That. Yes. I'm
you know
picturing what you're describing, and that's not what we were in. So I
No.
can see the difference.
My typical rock right now, I'm moving is 6 inches or bigger.
Right, and we didn't have a lot of big old boulders where we were.
No, that's a good wash. I mean, that's why it's an hammer claim.
Yeah.
It's a good wash.
Yeah.
But where I'm at,
liked
like I
it.
said, I'm on Black Canyon Creek, which is holy moly. I got three bends going through this claim, and we've been up and down. We know where it's at. We just don't have any water.
Yeah. So when you do get rain, you stay in that same area, right, and just dredge.
You wait. When I get rain, you'll see cleanups.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Are you going to be able to?
Because what I'm doing now is just wasting my time. I mean, it makes me upset. Like today, my motor went out, and I found out the spark arrestor that they put on their dry wash or your leaf blower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a 50 mesh screen. I had 5 holes through it.
Wow.
I took that thing off. I started it up. It goes, wow! It went crazy. I was like, really? So, yeah. I couldn't believe it. I thought, you know what? I didn't think it might. I thought it might have been it, but it might have been my fuel filter. Because it just didn't seem like it was getting enough gas. And when I pushed that little ball, it'd rev up a little bit and then slow back down.
Right.
I'm like, all right, maybe it's a fuel filter. Because I haven't changed it in a year,
Mm-hmm.
which you always got to keep on top of that. But we
Yeah.
took that spark arrestor because it's California,
Sure.
yada, yada, all that fancy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We took that thing off, and that thing started up like a dirt bike. I was like, holy moly. I was thinking, thank God, that saved me $50.
Yep. Wow.
Well, I got to take it to my guy, which he can get it done in an hour because he knows exactly what to do. But you know what? It could have cost me $50.
That dust out there is probably hard on your equipment, ain't it?
Dust?
Yeah.
You mean the silt?
Yeah, the silt. The silt.
Yeah, we actually blow off our equipment about twice a day. We go out in the morning, and the wind will be going one way. And we got about till 10:30, between 10:30 and 12 o'clock. It's going to sit there and hum around, and it's going to switch on you.
Weird. That's weird how that happens there.
Well, you got to remember, you got all the heat coming from Phoenix.
Yeah, that is just odd.
Yeah, heat pushes air. That's why it doesn't rain in Phoenix that much, because it's too hot. It pushes everything up. And we're up here, 2,000, 2,500 feet now from Phoenix. So
and
all
those
that
are
heat,
strong winds.
sometimes.
Wow.
The ones we don't want is from north.
Those are the dust storms?
No, the wind. It's cold as crap and it stinks.
It stinks.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
Question from the chat room. Is there any way he can do like a trench and actually have a small dam built up so he can corral the gold?
Well, out here, you're not allowed to make a dam. We actually call that an easement way or an access way to our claim, by the way. We never call it a dam. And by the way, what we do is we take our tailings away from where we're working because we know when the water comes in, what it's going to do. So we kind of try to build up a trench system to make it work for us. The water is going over, a multiple way the excess. Is that what you're talking about?
Rich?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's it was from Daniel Weaver in the chat room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like I said. We build a natural. Our tailings, we got to get rid of them because you can't leave them in one spot. If you do, you're going to be working around your tailings.
Right.
So we always carry them off. But if we're going to carry them off, we stack them in a certain way that, hey, if the water comes in, what's it going to do?
Right.
Now we know the sand's going to be blown off, but what's the rocks going to do? Are they going to build up and make something new to the left or to the right? So we're always kind of thinking about maybe next year, in which that doesn't always work, and it has worked against us, believe it or not. But we always try to think of that way when we're dry washing. But like right now, like I said, we're out here, we're abiding our time. This is not when we're like diving in and going to town. We're more or less, you call it prospecting, I guess. Just searching around where we want to go when it does get wet. Because when it gets wet, that's when that's when things happen.
That's when it gets good. When you get some water, that's when it gets good. Right?
Well, the cleanups are always better, and you know what? You lose fine gold out of dry washers. Period. It just happens. It's not 100%. If you have water, you got 93% at least.
Really interesting.
I mean, it's a big advantage. It's a big advantage. So I always think about that way, and so has Ben. He sets up everything on the claim, even when he's doing dry washing. He sets it up to where he thinks, okay, what's going to happen if we do get a flood? Right. If we get a little bit of water, if we get no water, where can I put these to get out of the way?
Right.
And it really works to the advantage.
Well, sure. Smart thinking down there, because like you said, you get that rain up north or something, and next thing you know, you're getting hammered and you didn't even realize it. That's what's crazy.
Oh, well, like I said, I've got a video that I lost 2 engines and he dropped one in the water. So yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it happens.
I say that.
It happens. Jesus Louise.
Scott, do you use buckets or dump cart or a wobble bucket, or what do you guys use?
What's that?
Do you use a wobble bucket or a dump cart or any kind of buckets, or what do you guys use when you're doing it? Now you're sucking it up with the vacuum cleaner, right? Like we did before, and then classifying it?
No. See, like I said, you were in a thin wash. We're in a big wash.
Then explain your process.
Well, like I said, we don't class like you. We just throw it right in a dry washer. We don't classify it through a bucket or anything like that because it's not where you were at. You had like 2 feet to get to bedrock, so you're trying to get to the bedrock. You want to get that bottom stuff. Where we're at, it's like 6 feet deep, and there's like fine gold all the way through it, and you got to get to the bedrock. So you take anything you dig, you run.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you run everything. And sometimes it really stinks because you're running dirt, and then you get down to that stuff that you get that good pocket, and poof, there you go. And you're starting to make a lot of stuff up. So it makes up.
Very interesting. All right. Well, Scott, you want me to pick that name now for you?
Pick it out, big guy.
Are we going to do it like always, 1 minute, 30 seconds to answer they're here?
Am I going to hear Jeopardy?
Yep.
Give it to me. All right.
All right. Let's go to the randomizer. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. All right. We have a name, and we are looking for Bob Drake. There's Jeopardy. 1 minute, 30 seconds to say you're here, Bob. Dun, 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 dun. Gotta have Jeopardy.
I love it.
I can't believe he didn't say he isn't here yet.
He hasn't
unless
said it
he's
yet.
outside smoking.
Hey, you know what?
Oh, wait,
I
it
missed.
says pass.
I missed something. I missed something from the Gold Dog doing that.
I'll just take the next name on the list. Okay, that's John Shaw.
Oh, John Shaw.
John Shaw. John Shaw.
Let's see if he gets it.
He's here.
He's here.
I don't think John's going to pass. Congrats, John. And Scott, thank you. Very cool, brother. That is awful
You
nice
got
of you.
it.
John, send me your address, and I'll send it on to Scott. And Scott will get that out to you when he gets the chance to get out of the gold fields and get it in the mail to you. So it's all good. And enjoy.
Well, all he's got to wait till is before I go. Thanksgiving's coming up, so I'm going back that way. So I'll pack it up then.
There you go, John. So yeah, shoot me your address, and I'll forward it on to Scott. And that's all good. Very cool, Scott. Pretty
I'd hate
awesome.
to wait. I'd hate to make somebody wait till April.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, for the people that won the Amber hats and Amber shirts, they are in the mail coming to us, and we will get those out to you here as quick as we
For
get
real.
them. They are really on the way. So, yes, we got confirmation just today. So, we're good. We'll get
And
them out to you.
congratulations.
Yeah. Congrats, John. Yep, and congrats
Wear
to
them
all the
proud.
people.
Yeah, wear the Amber hats proud for sure.
Heck yeah. We all do. We all do. Man, Scott, great segment tonight, buddy. You have fun out there this week and be safe. That's the key. And get lots of gold. Lots of gold. And get some more video. Get that video uploaded.
I'll be safe, but I don't know about the fun part.
get that video uploaded too. We can see it.
It's hard working out here, guys. It's hard.
Oh, I can imagine. We feel for you. You know, but you know, we don't feel for you that much. I mean, you're in the warmth and stuff. We're here in the cold. You know, it's raining here. It's dry there. You're getting cold.
You guys got to understand this tan is killing me.
I can imagine. Yeah, it's rough. Somebody's got to do it.
Kathleen's like, I'll kill him.
Yeah. Well, she's like, that's okay. In 2 weeks, she'll be down there enjoying it too. She'll get.
I'll be getting my tan on.
That's right. She'll be getting hers. So
I get tan in one day. What are you talking
Hey, I give you credit, hon. You was in the water, iron hand, dude. You was in it. You know what? Ain't no looking back now.
Oh.
Oh.
She the queen, that's for sure. You know, can't beat her. Kathleen just does it. Proud of you. This is cool. Boy, she's come a long ways.
Hey, Scott, you know one thing about you getting your tan, buddy?
What's that?
What were you doing this summer when it was really hot?
You mean me under the canopy drinking a beer?
There you go. I was in the water dredging all summer long. And guess what I'm going to be doing all winter? Running material from the pit all winter long. I do it 12 months out of the year. How long do you do it?
But you won't get a tan,
Dennis.
Dan.
Dennis,
Hey, Dennis, get you some sun lamps so you can get a tan. What are you doing?
You know what? I think he's buying pay dirt bags. Don't let him lie to you.
I tell you what I'll do, buddy. I'll send you pictures of all the buckets I've got so far, especially after this weekend.
Oh, more? Yeah, because you get more. So, more. More. We got to get you some sun lamps, though. You got to get a tan while you're sitting there.
Oh, no.
Get you a farmer's tan. That way you can say, hey, I'm getting a tan. And
I'll tell you what. I got a water tan from the summer.
Yeah, you do.
Are you sure that wasn't a razor burn from when you shaved?
Yeah, he grew his beard back. I don't know if anybody's noticed. It's like, it's back. Right, Dan?
Well, it looks like a beard.
Are you going to get some of them beard ornaments for it, Dennis?
Some of the what?
Some of them beard ornaments. Didn't you?
No, I'm not getting those beard ornaments.
You're killing me. I actually had somebody said that to me yesterday. I'm like,
did you see him, Scott?
If I was to wear those beard ornaments, Scott could get them for his mustache.
Hey, there you go.
You talk about one for each side?
Yeah, you have two ornaments. Oh, mercy. Okay. All right, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this craziness up. And man, if you haven't entered the monthly giveaway here on GPS for that Gold Hog multi-sluice, better get over there and enter. And Crony Club giveaway is coming up here real soon too. And if you like what we do, become a patron and help out the show. And let me think, what else? Shad, am I forgetting anything? I'm going to think probably not. Okay, then I'm going to take that as I'm not forgetting nothing. Don't forget to support AMRA. Let me think. I think that's
will be.
Oh, wait. I got something.
What's that?
I got something. John Shaw. I better see 10 shares for Gold Prospector Space Radio, and the YouTube channel on your Facebook channel.
Oh, there you go. There you go. John will be all over that. Guaranteed.
And John, if you wreck this drone, it's your own fault.
That's right. That's right. Don't come with an insurance policy.
No insurance.
Fly at your own risk. So that's cool. John could do more videoing with that. That's pretty cool. He's gonna like that.
Do you still have the instructions?
Yeah, it's in a box.
Right.
It's still there.
So we're good.
You're good, John.
I flew it one time in the house. I did good, and then Lisa was watching me, and I was like, oh, okay, now never mind. And I put it back down, and everything's still there.
Well, there you go. So, John, get me your address. I'll get it to you, Scott. I'll send it to you tomorrow or something. And he said he's got you, Scott.
Well, like I said, I go back Thanksgiving. I'll package everything up and figure out how to send it, and we'll be on our way.
Roger. All right, and we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. And be sure to tune in Sunday night at 7:30. We'll be here. Don't forget to check out Ed and Jess's show every week at Tuesday at 8. And all that good jazz. And until then, till Sunday night, we're out of here. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Gold Digger.
Tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.